Right. If you want to call the meeting to order.
All right, we'll call the meeting for the Redevelopment Commission, March 1st, 3:30 in the afternoon. And we will start out with a roll call. Jennifer?
Eric Yoder,
Present.
Mark Cowan, Chuck Dow,
Here.
Lisa Moore, Joe Thomas,
Here.
and then Kevin Beard.
Here.
And then we also have Ryan, who is our clerk treasurer.
Okay. I guess we have a confirmation of quorum with only Mark being absent. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, we need to order of business, elect our officers for 2023. We would open this up for nominations at this point. And Jennifer, before we get started, we have a president.
Mm-hmm.
And what other offices?
President, vice president, I guess technically you're supposed to do secretary, which is me.
Okay, we'll do that officially. All right, so we'll open up the nominations for president to start with.
I nominate Chuck.
Well, thank you very much. I don't know if we have to accept, but I will accept. Anyone else? We don't need to.
Do we need the second or anything like that?
Yeah, we need a second.
I'll make a second.
All right, Eric Yoder made second. All in favor then, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have a 2023 president is Charles Dow. Anybody wanting to take on the VP role? I don't think any of the positions are very hard, so it isn't.
I nominate Eric.
I second that. It looks like that is the only nomination. Eric, you're okay with accepting?
Yeah, I will accept.
All right, let's do a roll on it. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. Eric Gilder is the vice president, and we need a nomination for our secretary, which we already know who it is, but we need to formally do it.
I nominate Jennifer.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Ayes have it. All right, so out of curiosity, approval or modify the agenda for that we have right now in front of us? Is that what this was, Jennifer?
Yeah, staff doesn't have anything to modify.
Yeah, so we'll, do we have to take a vote on that? No, okay, thank you. So we're just approving the agenda as it stands. Are there any, or is there any old business for?
No, there's not. I was going to do a little bit of an introduction for our new members. And so you guys are the Redevelopment Commission. We didn't meet as much as I was hoping last year. So the purpose of the Redevelopment Commission is to specifically work within the boundaries. It's called an economic revitalization area. Your current area is basically out at 69 and 20. I put on our website, this is your redevelopment page, meeting documents, if you ever want to pull up anything, we gotta back up. I've uploaded different documents for you guys. Basically, our maps, our enabling ordinances, just everything around the commission itself. So basically, this commission has a sum of money that is generated off of whenever there's an improvement. So say the hotel that went in at 69 and 20. So that land was bare ground when it was initially assessed. Everything above that, instead of going to all the different agencies, comes into the TIF district or money pot. So we work off of that captured tax revenue. Last year we did an improvement with fixing a water line on Terrace Boulevard to hopefully spur the rest of those apartments being built. This year, I think the main thing that I've been looking at is potentially expanding our TIF or creating new TIFs for areas of redevelopment. We had some conversation last year about where do we see those areas really being. With me adding a city planner, hopefully I'll have more time to dedicate to really diving into the strategy of expanding a TIF. So that's where we are very briefly. To be clear, Kevin is a non-voting school board representation. There is some legislation in front of the state about making that position voting, changing some of the, I guess, how would you word it, Ryan? Money the school captures back out of the TIF. Might be a fair way of saying it, but all of that's up in the air right now, but potentially might change in the future. So we'll just have to adjust when that time happens. Part of it is every year we do have to, the clerk is to give our annual report. So that is why we're meeting today, as well as for everyone to introduce themselves. So Ryan, if you're comfortable, if you want to go over that.
It's all been provided. You see the balance. See the revenues we received from the TIF capture last year and the balances of December 31st. This is the largest sum that we've captured so far as things continue to progress out there. That amount will continue to rise, so.
So basically, what we can use that money on is infrastructure, specifically more towards infrastructure that benefits our economic revitalization area, the ERA. Additionally, what this council can do, or this commission can do, but has not done, is issue bonds against the value of this, or the value of future growth in our TIF, which is something we haven't done before. But it is something you can do.
You mentioned the economic development area,
Revitalization area.
revitalization area. And I know we have had that before, but for Joe's sake, he probably doesn't have any clue. Have you provided him the same paperwork and stuff that we've?
Joe and Eric are both new.
That's true, Eric, too.
I have not given you any of that yet by either one of you. So that is on that drive. I'm happy to print things out. I just know how paper is, it gets lost.
Yeah.
Do we have access to that drive?
So on the website, if you go to the Redevelopment Commission, it'll all be there.
Okay.
That's
It's pretty easy reading and stuff. You can pick up a lot. It's easier in your quiet time to look it over and get it.
so
Um,
that's a very quick overview. If you have questions.
Well, the one thing, this isn't necessarily a question, but a comment, this 2022 annual report you put out
Mhm.
is good.
Oh,
Does
sorry,
everybody,
the department. Yeah.
has everybody seen that?
I don't know if everyone has.
Wow, I mean, that's really, I think you sent that out in an email, was it? Yeah, I printed it off because you just don't realize how many different commissions and boards and committees are out there without looking at this. And then you get an idea of the scope of what Jennifer relaying out the structure of Angola. There's a lot of possibility. So it's pretty neat. If you get a chance to look at that too, that's a good thing. Should we do I'm kind of going back to maybe new business at the same time. Should we just do a quick round in here to introduce ourselves since we have two new members too?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and do that? And Kevin, do you mind if you start?
No.
I'm Kevin Beard. I'm like Jennifer said, I'm representative of the MSD School Board and also work with Angola Wire Products here in town.
Joe?
I'm Joe Thomas. I'm a retired maintenance electrician. I read that we needed a little more involvement in some of the committees and commissions, and I decided to apply, and I was appointed by the mayor.
I'm Lisa Moore. I work for Parkview Health. And I've lived here all my married life.
Ryan?
Ryan Herbert, I'm the clerk treasurer for the city of Angola and the de facto treasurer for the Redevelopment Commission.
And Chuck Dow, I'm also retired, Joe, about 7 years now, was in, just worked for large companies, but always lived in the Angola area. Been here 40 some years, so I'm still not sure I'm a true Angolian, 40 years later, but here's where I am. So I'm glad to be here. Been on this group for a couple of years, and just so you get a feel, you and Eric both, when Jennifer came in, Vivian had been the head of the department prior to that. And we didn't have a lot of teeth in this committee. And since Jennifer's role with the change, Jennifer is trying to build the structure. And I kind of mentioned a little bit ago, the structure to where we have an active, engaged redevelopment commission, because there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of the cities around us have done a lot of stuff, good things for the community. And we've just kind of been floating along. So the reason I say that is bear with us as time goes on, because I think this is a work in process. Best way to say it. So keep your expectations at this time relative. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Derek.
Eric Yoder I work with Wagler Associates, been there for 16, 17 years, been in the community forever. And I'm excited about this. I'm up in this office often enough now. We're looking at doing a lot of other developing ourselves. So this fits in well. I'm excited what the community has to offer and what we can do to keep helping with that community. So.
Cool. Anything else to add, Jennifer?
No, I would echo Chuck's comments. We are a bit of a work in progress. As I said, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to last year. But adding more staff will help I'll be able to focus on this board more, which is really this board is about long-term growth. Nothing we do is going to be super fast, but you'll see the rewards of it. So it's just going to take time, planning, strategy to move forward. And my goal this year is to start, I believe, I don't remember in what year, it might have been 2015. They did like a 2022 downtown plan. Obviously, we're in 2023 now. So that will be one of the things my department is working on. And part of that will be how do we use the Redevelopment Commission to spur more growth or redevelopment downtown, as well as then subsequent years working on a whole community-wide plan. So that's kind of the leapfrog into bigger plans. So those are the things I'll be working on and pulling you guys into. As far as the redevelopment itself, I've been working with Baker Tilly when I have time, talking about expanding our new TIF. So as we work out some strategies, we'll be bringing those to you guys. And some of that will just be, we're a small community, we have finite resources. So what's the priority? How do we go forward? Because we just don't have the ability to do whatever sounds good. So we'll come up with some strategies on how we want to focus.
So as regards TIF and expanding, does it have to be contiguous to the existing TIF?
It does have to, but it doesn't have to be like by parcel. It could be the roadway so Baker Tilly, I always say this, they're the experts on how to capture the most amount, like how to maximize those dollars to work for you with the way they figure it out. I stare at it and I say, okay, it looks good. But, so yes.
Okay, thank you. And you guys know Mark Cohen? The gentleman, I don't know who it was, but the gentleman that's missing today. He's just in the paper, as a matter of fact, today. What's he in, vice president of farmers, along with chairing or heading up, business development? There was something else in there, but he has a, pretty lofty position in Farmers Bank. So he knows a lot what's going on in the area. He brings a lot to it. I noticed that we have a notice of officers / members. Have we covered that?
Yeah, this is just an opportunity for anyone to give in a report if they want to. So if there's anything anyone wants to bring.
Most of us don't know what to bring at this point,
I
it's just getting started.
I know.
Yeah, it's okay, but you got a placeholder for it.
Mm-hmm.
Our attorney is Kim Schaub. Will Kim continue to normally
He
be there?
should. I'm not sure because we haven't met for a while. He might have fell off his radar, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So.
But normally Kim will be here. And beyond yourself, will Rita or,
Probably just me for a
okay,
while.
okay. Well, unless there's something else that needs to be done, I think we have fulfilled what you were trying to accomplish today.
Mhm.
And I will take a motion to close the meeting. Anybody?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Everybody in favor?
I.
Any nays? We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Past year.
Yeah.
Comes like half that amount. Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's a lot of money.
Corridor.